Good evening. Welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you're doing well wherever you're watching me from around the world. So today I want to talk to the Kenyan Gen Zs. It's time to talk. Kenyan Gen Zs. That's why I've titled this video, Time to Talk for Kenyan Gen Zs. The reason I'm saying it's time to talk is that we have had the demonstrations were very successful. They made the government start to listen. They started off peacefully. Then after some time, they became a bit not even a bit. They became very violent. People were shot. People were injured. Some died. The numbers are going up from the latest human rights studies. That's what I'm saying. Time to talk for Kenyan Gen Zs. And the reason I'm saying this, okay, me, I'm Gen X. People were born in the 70s. So me, the first time I voted was 1997. I was 18. So I also had idealistic views like there you have idealistic. It's idealistic because the person I voted for in that year was Charity Ngilu. She had made history. She was the first woman to run for president in Kenya. Kenya, from the time, had multi-party system. That was 1992. There was no female presidential candidate. So in the year 1997, Charity Ngilu made history as the first woman to run for president. So me, I thought she was going to win. Even I thought young people like me would vote for her. But at least she came number 4. Because the winner was the late President Moi, followed by Kibaki, and then I think it was Raila number 3. Yes, she was number 4. So she was idealistic because the reason I voted for her because she was saying she will bring freedom of expression, human rights, respect for human rights, police reforms, fight corruption, free education. You see, so she had so many things that the Gen Zs are now talking about that they are fighting for, trying to put on the table, isn't it? So this is just my request to Kenyan Gen Zs. It's time to talk. Because for now, the things you are saying, they may have many demands, isn't it? Those are your bare minimum demands. But if you look at it realistically, not all of them can be implemented. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3. So it's rather you start talking, whether you don't want to attend those meetings that were called for, that's okay, that's your right. But you as Kenyan Gen Zs, what do you want? Because you are saying the government worked, yes, act. But also you should remember, you also have what is it do you want on the table? You see, when you are sitting on the table, your demands or interests are met. When you are not on the table, then you are on the menu. Someone once said, if you are not sitting on the table, then you are the menu. So instead of being the people to be exploited, it should be the people who are doing what? Who are planning your way and discussing on what you want in this dear country of ours, the country that we all love. So me, top of my mind, I'm seeing the thing that can help Kenyan youth, especially is when, 1, the cabinet to be dissolved so that people now, you get people who are competent, people who are younger, and people who can change the country. That's 1. Number 2, maybe fight corruption. I say maybe, in quotes, because we are by nature a corrupt society. Everyone wants to be rich, but they don't know how to be rich, whether it's through right or wrongful. Everyone wants to be rich. The worst thing in life is to be poor. Ask me. When you don't have money, you are treated like trash in this country. That's a fact. And many young people admit to that, even older people like me. That's why that's the problem in Kenya. Our value system is warped. People think you have to be rich, live in a big house, have 10 cars, have mistresses from here to Timbuktu, have many bank accounts. But that's not the essence of life. The essence of life is adding value. What do you bring to the society? How do you change society? One, even if you become rich, you should have the basics. Maybe you have your house there, you have your small car there, you have pieces of land, one or two, for where you live and your investment. In fact, they put it this way: you have a house here in the urban area, maybe you're living in the city, like most Gen Zs, they are doing, because Kenya, regardless of the counties, people are living in various cities in the county. Each county these days, it's not like when I was growing up, when you went to rural area, it was like, you used to say Ushak, then you're going to somewhere remote, people are backward. No, these days, you go to your county, it's urbanizing. Towns are becoming urbanizing. You go to Kakamega town, it's more of a town, like Kenya here, like Nairobi here. And then you have the rural areas in those counties. So Gen Zs are found in most urban areas across the country, in all the 47 counties. That's what we're talking about. What do you bring on the table? What do you want on the table? Fighting corruption, free education from nursery to university, the cabinet to be downsized, and there should be massive investment in youth programs, youth empowerment programs, whether the arts, you name it. That's what we are talking about. That's what I'm telling them to talk for the Kenyan Gen Zs. Whether you don't attend that forum which was called on by the government, create your own forum. Because why don't we have forums in all the 47 counties? People can open spaces in Nairobi, in Moranga, in Busia, in Kisumu. Let the young people in those areas talk, come up with their views, then submit a document all over, so that all the counties have their Gen Zs from Mombasa saying these are our needs, these are our demands, so that we have 47 versions, and then all this can be brought together, crystallized into a document, summarized, because some things there will be duplication from this county to this county. So they'll come up with at least concrete, even 100 issues. Then I'll go to the government to say these are the things that the youth want. These are the minimum. Then the government also says, okay, we can achieve 1, 2, 3. It's like this analogy someone told me. When you're going to buy a piece of land, someone is selling it for $10,000, 1 million Kenya shillings. You have $5,000, 500,000 Kenya shillings. So you tell the owner, this is what I have. The owner says no. After bargaining, he says, okay, I sell for you for 900,000. Hey, you say no. I can only add you 200,000 on top, 700,000. So this person, the seller is saying 900,000, the buyer is saying 700,000. After back and forth, they agreed to 750,000. So the seller has gone down by to 50,000. The buyer has gone up by to 50,000. So it's like a compromise. So that's what should happen to the Kenyan Gen Zs. Compromise. Them to talk for the Kenyan Gen Zs. Put your points on paper in all the 47 counties through space. Let it come into a document. Experts, there are experts who are neutral. Kenya Human Rights, people like Boniface Mwangi, these are neutral arbiters. There are many neutral, even the church, or maybe the elders in the society, the church, human rights organization. They bring all these ideas from the young people, crystallize them into a document, present it to government. Now there, I can agree, that's talking. Not like when I was growing up, when we had this stupidity that a government can be idealistic. There's no perfect government. Even in America now, they're having their issues. France, you saw the chaos that is there. What is there? Can the government work for the people, the young people, create jobs, security, police reforms, free education, free medical care for everyone? Yeah, because I always laugh. Look at Africa. Africa is one big continent, but people are stuck in small silos called countries that were put down by our former colonial masters. What if Africa was one country, one federation? That if you get an African passport, you can move anywhere, you can work anywhere. But beginning here in Kenya, East Africa should be one federation, one country. I want someone from Tanzania to work in Kenya. I want a Kenyan to work in Rwanda, someone to work in Burundi, someone to work in Tanzania, like that, like that. That's how we'll grow. That's the starting point of our problems. And that's how we can find solutions. Starting point to solve problems and starting point to have a better life for everyone in East Africa. So this is the Professor Maima Show. If you like what I've said, please send something on the mobile number there. +254 769 729327. Mobile M-Pesa +254 769 729327. And as I always say, gwaheri ya kuonana, gwaheri.